Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. The rice being transported to Sarkhegad village in the central part of Humla has stopped at Shimkot airport. Due to the recent decline in local production in Kanchanpur, there is a shortage of vegetables in the market and prices have skyrocketed. Farmers in Banke are in trouble after army insects damaged their maize crop. Plus more. Let us continue the program with the trouble due to lack of road. The rice that is transported through the air has been stuck in the airport in Humla. The mountain districts face the problem of snow in the winter and rain in the summer. The roads that are built are not safe and people have to walk on foot. Building roads in the mountains is very difficult and the result is a dangerous road network. A lot of the food has to be imported in these districts. The life does not have good condition of existence. The government of Nepal should think of resettlement where living condition is good. The rice being transported to Sarkhegad village in the central part of Humla has stopped at Simkot airport. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The rice being transported to Sarkhegad village in the central part of Humla has stopped at Simkot airport. Large quantities of food items are stuck at the airport due to lack of transportation from the airport to the warehouse. According to Humla branch of Food Management and Trade Limited, the road from the airport to the warehouse of the company has been closed. Earlier, tractors used to transport food from the airport to the warehouse. The Humla branch has stated that the food could not be transported as the road was being repaired in the lower market area of Simkot. Food will be stored at the airport until the road is built. At present, 529 quintals of food grains have been stopped at Simkot airport. Road construction will take more than a week. After the news report, let us now see the news on decline of vegetables. Besides rice, vegetables are the main food item in the kitchens of Nepal. The Nepali food preparation demands the vegetable as part of the meal of the whole day. This means that the vegetable production is a very profitable and fast way of earning a good income. The Nepali farmers, however, complain that Nepali market is flooded with Indian vegetables. India is one of the largest producer of vegetables in the world and Nepali market is its business ground. This next report is on the fact that the Nepali vegetables have not been able to support the demand right now. Due to the recent decline in local production in Kanchanpur, there is a shortage of vegetables in the market and prices have skyrocketed. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Due to the recent decline in local production in Kanchanpur, there is shortage of vegetables in the market and prices have skyrocketed. Due to the change in the weather, there has been a problem in the vegetables grown as cash crops. According to the Kanchanpur Mandi Businessmen's Association, local vegetables like bean, gourd and eggplants are being imported from the Indian market. Mandi vegetable traders, however, said that there was no shortage of vegetables in the market even though local produce was declining. Similarly, according to the Agriculture Knowledge Center Kanchanpur, there is a shortage of vegetables in the market as new vegetables are yet to come to the market and old ones are out of production. After the news report, let us now see the news on grant for farmers. Even though there are news that say that the farmers do not get grants, this next report is on the fact that some do get grants from the government. This will encourage the new youths and will guide them to seek help in agriculture business. The government of Nepal sings the song of helping the farmers get grant. However, we get news that the government budget is not spent and the farmers complain that they are not getting any help. The money which is allocated for agriculture should be mobilized by giving grants such that the money reaches the local level. Some farmers are getting the grant for agriculture. It is possible to get grants from the government. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Sandesh Timilshana of Kawasati Municipality 16 in Nawalparasi district has been producing and marketing various varieties of vegetables. He has started producing grafted eggplant with the grant assistance of the Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project Implementation Unit, Nawalparasi. With an investment of 485,000 rupees, Timilshana has been producing grafted eggplant seeds, under which the project has provided 350,000 rupees grant assistance. He has tested eggplant grafting from 15 plants. He said that the project has also provided grant assistance for irrigation, construction of ponds and drip motors.
Grafted vegetable production गरिरहेको हैन भेन्टा र त्यसकै विस्तार स्वरूप अलिकति लगभग 10 कट्ठा जस्तोमा बढाउँदै थियौं अनि उहाँहरुलाई चाहिँ ल ग्राफ्टेडमै सहयोग गर्नुस् न त भनेर एउटा अलिकति अरूलाई स्टडी गर्ने हेर्ने ठाउँ पनि हुने भयो हैन अब हाम्रो त अब लगभग स्टडी गरेर फेरि लगाइसकेको अलिकति कमर्सियल बनाएको पनि कुरा भयो अनि त्यही क्रममा उहाँहरुले चाहिँ यसमा ड्रिप रेडियो अनि यो पोखरीहरु हैन यो मोटरहरु यस्तो खाले सेटअपमा चाहिँ उहाँहरुको पनि सहयोग छ.
Timilshana, who has a BSc in agriculture from Rampur campus, is very satisfied with farming. Apart from eggplants, he has planned to produce agricultural produce including tomato, chili, onion and bitter gourd. After the news report, let us now see the news on army insect infestation. For the past few years, the army insects have advanced in Nepal. They are said to be originated from America. This insect has traveled from America through Africa and India. Due to the climate change, the Nepali climate has become suitable for various disease and pests. This means more work for the Nepali scientists and more strain on the budget of the country. As the new budget is in formation, there should be money allocated for study to combat the agricultural pests. The pests cause a lot of damage and the production becomes slow. The farmers in Banke are in trouble after army insects damaged their maize crop. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Farmers in Banke are in trouble after army insects damaged their maize crop. Maize production is expected to decline this year due to the insects. According to the Agriculture Knowledge Center, Nepalganj, there have been complaints that army insects have caused severe damage to the maize crop while it is growing. According to the Agriculture Knowledge Center, the maize crop in Banke has been severely damaged due to the failure to control the outbreak in time. Farmers have not been able to control the use of the pesticides. According to the Agriculture Knowledge Center, the army insects cause more damage when the spring maize is dry. After the news report, let us now take a small commercial break. Stay with Krishi Television. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now see the news on potato production. In Nepal, potato is highly in demand. The mountain districts depend upon potatoes for staple diet. The rice does not grow well in the mountains of Nepal. This is why the rice has to be imported from Tarai. Tarai is the land of plenty where everything grows. With Chure degradation, the Tarai areas have been affected. In the recent time, this area has been facing various problems including flood and disease. The youths have also been leaving the traditional culture and going for foreign employment. The productions have been affected. Bara district has produced 118,720 metric tons of potatoes in 2078-79 BS. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Bara district has produced 118,720 metric tons of potatoes in 2078-79. This year, farmers have cultivated different varieties of potatoes in a total area of 7,420 hectares and produced a total of 118,720 metric tons of potatoes at a rate of 16 metric tons per hectare, according to the Agriculture Knowledge Center, Barakalaya. As farmers are more attracted towards cash crops like sugarcane and fishery, which are more profitable with less investment, the area under potato farming has decreased by 30 hectares this year as compared to last year. According to the center, cash crops other than potatoes have been cultivated in 20 to 30 hectares of land for the last 3 years. Potato is being cultivated in the southern part of the district, including different areas around the district. After the news report, let us now see the news on agriculture census. There has been a good preparation for agriculture census, which is taken every 10 years in the country, according to the news we're receiving. The agriculture sector contributes 27% GDP in the country and employs 65% of the Nepali population. This is why the economy of the country is not good in comparison to other nations where the population engaged in agriculture is very small. The Nepali people are leaving agriculture for industrial work. The youth do not want to limit themselves to primitive way of living. This means that the population engaged in agriculture might go down this census. 62 enumerators and 17 supervisors have been mobilized in Kotang for agricultural census. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. 62 enumerators and 17 supervisors have been mobilized in Kotang for agricultural census. The Central Statistics Office has been conducting National Agricultural Census program every 10 years across the country. A total of 79 on-site staff, including enumerators and supervisors, have been deployed in Kotang for the 7th National Agricultural Census program conducted by the department, according to the Agricultural Census Office, Kotang. A one-week training was organized in Diktel from Chait 25th to Vaishak 2nd for the employees working in the agricultural census. The staff assigned to each farmer's house locally will carry out the census at all 10 local levels of the district from Vaishak 6 to Jest 19. There will be compilation of details of farmer household, land consumption and use, details of allotment, area of irrigated land, area of cereals, legumes, pulses, groundnut, oil seeds, cash crops, spices, vegetable and fruit planted land, production of major crops, sowing, use of pesticides and fertilizers. An agricultural census office has been set up at Vavangaira in Diktel on Chait 1st for agricultural census in the district. It is stated that the tenure of the agricultural enumerators office established in Diktel will be till the end of Jesta 2079 BS. After the news report, let us now see the news on irrigation projects. Nepali agriculture is primitive and depends on rainwater for irrigation. Even though we have many snow-fed rivers, the water that is available is wasted away due to the lack of proper management for irrigation and hydropower. Nepal is developing with many different projects. However, the work here is slow and a lot of the projects have been abandoned for a long time. This is due to the fact that the government is not accountable for the country in the way it should be. The projects are planned just to show that there is work being done. This is not good. We should be responsible for our country and the future of our children. The work has started 36 years after the construction of two big projects in the eastern region of Jajarkot. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Work has started 36 years after the construction of two big projects in the eastern region of Jajarkot. Work of Naik Dada irrigation scheme in Barekot Village Municipality 4 and 5 was started in 2042 BS. The committee is studying for the construction of Vurchor irrigation project in Vurchor of another very municipality. Vurchor irrigation scheme was started in 2043 BS and was abandoned in the middle. Although the Naik Dada irrigation project was started during the time of the then Assistant Minister of Forests, Deep Bahadur Singh, the work was halted. A detailed study on the Vurchor irrigation project is underway. On Friday alone, Karnali Water Resources and Energy Development Minister Ganesh Prasad Singh had put forward a written proposal on both the projects during a discussion between the state and the federal government on the proposed irrigation policy. He said that new plants are proposed every year, but due to the work being abandoned in the middle of the work, the big plan has fallen into despair. After the news report, let us now see the news on oranges. Oranges are indigenous to Nepal. These fruits have spread all over the world from the foothills of the Himalayan region, according to some records. Oranges are eaten fresh, juiced, and pickled. In Nepal, orange cultivation has become commercialized recently, even though it was grown for personal use from the past in small amounts. Now the farmers are earning a very good income with this fruit, yet the farmers suffer from various disease and climate change which reduce production. This fact has caused a lot of loss. The area under orange fruit has expanded in East Nawalparashi. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The area under orange fruit has expanded in East Nawalparashi. The area has been expanded to 600 hectares after the zone was declared under the Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project. A total area of 270 hectares has been expanded in the district after the orange fruit zone was declared. As the orange variety has started to improve the economic conditions of the farmers, they have been attracted towards this cultivation. Recently, farmers have started cultivating fruits of orange variety in a modern way. Vanubhakta Adhikari, who has been cultivating 10 kattas of land with the grant assistance of the project, says that the import of fruits will be reduced if all the farmers cultivated the barren land in this manner. He says that he has been able to expand his business with the help of the project. He seems optimistic that he will be able to earn a living.
यसमा हामीले जो चीज हाम्रो सोचाइमा हामीले अहिले हामीले खर्च मात्रै यहाँ चाहिँ गरिरहेको खर्च मात्रै छ अब आम्दानी भनेको चाहिँ सबैकोले चाहिँ अब भोलि हुन्छ हामीले प्रयास हाम्रो छ हाम्रो आम्दानी अब यहाँ अहिले तपाईँ यहाँ देखिनु भयो सबै चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ प्रयास हो सबै चाहिँ सबैको खुसी नै हाम्रो चाहिँ खुसी भएर हामी चाहिँ सबै यसमा पट्टि गइदिनु भनेर हामी चाहिँ यहाँ गरेको प्रतिफलको आशा यसरी नै सबैले गरिदिएदेखि चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ सबैले चाहिँ रोजगार पाइने बाइक किने जानु नपरोस् भन्ने हामीले उद्देश्यले हामी चाहिँ प्रतिफल भन्दा नि हामीले सबैको खुसीको गर्नलाई यो सबैले सिकुन् बाहिर नजाउन् भनेर हामीले चाहिँ यो चाहिँ गरेको
Chief of the Prime Minister's Modernization Project Implementation Unit, East Nawalparashi, Vishnu Prasad Sharma, says that the project has gained significance in commercial vegetable farming as well as orange fruit production in the district. He says that the farmers are gradually being attracted towards the mechanization as there is no work in large machinery for the production of orange fruits. He said that the district aims to become self-sufficient in orange fruit plants from this year. He claimed that the grant from the project has been utilized properly and there is no problem in the distribution of grants as only real farmers are involved in the project.
अहिले त्यस्तो कुनै खालको समस्या छैन जुन किसानले गर्नुभएको छ गरिदिनुभएको छ जुन किसानले गर्नु न उहाँ हाम्रो सम्पर्कमै हुनुहुन्छ
The Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project has been providing 50% subsidy to the farmers for seed production, 85% in machinery and 50% in post-harvest. Currently in Nepal, orange orchards are being cultivated commercially in Dhankuta, Terathum, Sinduli, Ramechhap, Kabri, Dhading, Gorkha, Lamjung, Tanau, Kashki, Parbat, Senja, Megdi, Palpa, Salyan, Dailik, Baitari, East Nawalparashi, Daneldhura and other districts. This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. The rice being transported to Sarkhegad village in the central part of Humla has stopped at Shimkot Airport. Due to the recent decline in local production in Kanchanpur, there is a shortage of vegetables in the market and prices have skyrocketed. Farmers in Banke are in trouble after army insects damaged their maize crop. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan, Samriddha Krishi, Nepal Kishan.